Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and we're going to be pulling for Supernova plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Riku. Boy, that was a mouthful. So first of all, this medal is amazing, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick analysis and then we'll be doing our pulls. Before we do all of that though, I just wanted to say that for those who are keeping track of my jewels, yes, I used to have 60,000 jewels about a month and a half ago, and I did pull on the Final Fantasy VII Remake banner. However, I only used a regular generic screen recorder. I didn't use like my whole setup that I got here. So if you still want to see that video, let me know and then I'll make a video for it. But for now, we are talking about Supernova Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Riku. So we'll just do a brief summary about why this medal is so amazing in case anyone gets it and is trying to figure out exactly what to do with it. So first things first, it is reverse speed, and that is amazing just because that particular attribute doesn't get a lot of love. When we think about great reverse speed medals, we're thinking Supernova, Terranort, Kingdom Hearts 3 Luxord, which technically might not even be used to copy a reverse medal. What else we got, y'all? Like, there's really not a lot kicking in the reverse speed department. It's probably the weakest department right now. So it's already amazing that it's just reverse speed. The next thing is that it hits all targets, standard stuff, deals 6 hits, not a big deal. It is a 2-turn buffer, and 2-turn buffing is really strong right now. It's hard to really make any Keyblade recommendations that don't involve a 2-turn buffer. Usually there's like a Kingdom Hearts 3 Elsa in there. Usually there is a Final Fantasy VII Remake medal in there. So 2-turn buffing is pretty much the standard for passing a lot of the hard content right now. They're trying something funny with this Berserker, which just gives you one huge buff for 1 turn, but that's to be determined. We'll talk about that at a different time. But yes, 2-turn buffing, it is the standard right now. It is good that it does speed medal strength, so it's not locked to upright, it's not locked to reverse. That means that this medal works great in Sleeping Lion, in Lady Luck, in what's the other one, Missing Ache. So it fits in a lot of different places, which is good, and it buffs all speed medals, making it great for mono speed setups. And again, mono colored Keyblades are the best in format right now, so super good that it buffs just speed medals. Not just that, but again, it's a 2-turn buffer. So with extra attack on the first turn, you're looking at plus 6,000 strength for speed medals. On the second turn, you're looking at plus 12,000 from just this medal alone. That's a crazy amount of strength to get out of one medal. Moving on to the next part, it is a perfect buffer for itself. So it gives you plus 15 general strength, plus 15 reverse strength, plus 15 speed strength, and then gives the enemy minus 15 general defense, minus 15 reverse defense, and minus 15 speed defense. This medal, as I like to say it, takes care of itself, and that's super good in a lot of different scenarios. It means that if you don't have Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee, doesn't matter, this medal takes care of itself. If you are fighting an enemy that will debuff you in the middle of your attacks, just activate Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Riku, boom, you're back up to perfect buffs for reverse speed. It's really good that medals take care of themselves, because that means you need less medals in order to make this one work best. So the medal takes care of itself, amazing. Special attack bonus plus 200%, not super great just because we rely on Supernova attacks that give us plus 300% for the turn, or 2 turns potentially. Count plus minus 0. This is pretty good because I feel like a lot of reverse medals decrease count. Now that's a good or a bad thing based on if you're using recovery buffing or something like that, but lately they've been very mindful to not give certain enemies counters, or they make like the counters some sort of number that's sort of too high to use recovery buffing, something like that. But count plus minus 0 on a reverse medal is pretty refreshing because sometimes you are locked to using reverse medals and then the enemy has a counterattack that like insta kills you, or it gives you poison and paralysis, something crazy. So having count plus minus 0, I feel like in this format is better than decreasing count right now. Pierce's defense boost 30%. So if not for the medal being a 2-turn buffer, for being self-buffing, for not affecting count, they also gave it piercing defense boost, which is nuts because we'll get to it a little bit later. This medal has high strength, and it has a high multiplier, and it has piercing defense boost. Pretty much if one of those hits goes through in PvP, your opponent is eating a lot of damage. And remember that speed medals only have, at best, a 15% reflection. And considering how much damage you're going to be doing with Dark Riku, that 15% almost doesn't matter. Like, even if one hit goes through, that's ridiculous. Not just that, but they also give critical hit chance 50%. So I guess we have to talk about it now, but the multiplier of this thing is absolutely insane. It ranges from, at minimum, 20.2 and goes upwards of a little bit greater than 25. So even if that 50% critical hit doesn't go off, you still got a 20 multiplier metal hitting the enemy. And then if it does go off, you're hitting that thing with pretty much a 25 multiplier times 25 multiplier, which is a ridiculously huge number. And for it to hit that 25 multiplier 50% of the time is just absolutely crazy. Now think about all the things that we just talked about, and then factor in for copy medals. If you're factoring in for Rage Form Sora copying this medal, and then after this medal, it's copied by a Kingdom Hearts 3 Luxord, you've got an insane 3 medal rotation right there. That can be upwards of, what is that, like, on the first turn, it's 6,000, 12,000, 18,000 just from copying this medal. And then on the second turn, it's 36,000. That's just like mind-blowing math right there. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, the trade-off to all of this is that it costs 6 gauges, but I find this less to be a problem because the game has lately been throwing us skills that are like Attack Boost 12 Max Gauge 1, Attack Boost 12 Max Gauge 0, Attack Boost 11 Max Gauge 0. There's a lot of ways to bring that gauge cost down to 0, and that effectively just makes it okay. Because as long as you have those 6 gauges to activate it, you're good to go, fam. You are good to go. Again, we talked about the multiplier already, ranging from 20 to 25, which is a crazy high range right there. And then we haven't even talked about the Supernova yet. So moving into the Supernova, it's got Mastery. Again, we are working on a 2-turn buffer, and this gives Speed Metal Strength plus 6,000. So when you add this on top of the effect, again, if you have extra attack on this medal, that's plus 12,000 on the first turn. Second turn, we're looking at 18,000 just from this medal alone. Absolutely insane. I don't know who thought that this medal was by all means like fair, but having a 6 gauge cost is not fair to have all this other crazy stuff built into it. Moving on to the rest of the Supernova effect, in case you get debuffed again for whatever reason, let's say you buffed yourself and then they removed your buffs, and then you buffed yourself with Dark Riku and then they removed him again, pop the Supernova, bam, you're back up to plus 15 general strength, plus 15 reverse strength, and plus 15 speed strength. And then the enemy gets minus 15 general defense, minus 15 reverse defense, and minus 15 speed defense. Like, this is a super broken medal for being an attacking medal. It's absolutely crazy. And then it gets, but wait, really the phrase I want to use is this, but wait, there's more. Ignores target's defense boost. Like, what part about this medal is, like, balanced? High multiplier, it is ridiculous in PvP, 2-turn buffer, everything it does buffs you back up pretty much perfectly for reverse speed. There's very little negative to say about this medal. Like, the one negative I could say is that it costs 6 gauges. But we've already talked about how there's 1,000,001 skills they're giving us that bring this gauge cost down to, like, 1 or 0. So I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know who's really in love with Dark Riku at Square Enix, but they definitely have a thing for this guy because his first Supernova medal was broken, and now his second Supernova medal is ridiculous. So there's really not much bad to say about this medal at all right now, and that's why we're going to do some pulls. So let's go ahead and hop in here. All right, here we go. So that was all an explanation for those who, like, want to know why Dark Riku is so unfair. Like, this medal is absolutely insane, and I hope that even though I didn't do an analysis on it, that I didn't talk about it like back when it came out, I hope a lot of y'all pulled for it because this thing is ridiculous. All right, what do we got here? First things first. Oof, no Supernova medals, no tier 9s. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Again, if you can't mercy it, you don't pull for it. Like, that is the golden rule for this game. No mercy, no pull. Not worth the risk, because jewels are expensive. All right, here we go. Second one. Let's hit one Supernova. Just one. No. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're all right. These are all points, right? These are all points, and then we'll get a Supernova. We'll get a tier 10 Supernova from the points banner. All right, here we go. Third pull. Let's rock. We can do it. This is going to be fire. This is going to be our early Riku. Doesn't look like it. but it could be. Oh, there's one reverse. It's a boosted. It is a boosted illustrated Xemnas. All right, no worries. 2 more to go. Whew, jeez. I always wonder, like, how many people are actually getting the Supernova early. Like, I know I normally do the math for it, but this time I was just too lazy. It's way too late in the banner to start talking about that. All right, can we get it early by 1 pull? It doesn't look like it whatsoever. Look at all that boosted, though. I really wish we had more, like, tier 7s and tier 8s. At least they could sell for more points, right? All right, here we go. Boom, here we go with the Riku. This is guaranteed, but we could get 2, because if we got 2... broken missing egg. All right, here we go. And, looks like... Oh, could we get 2? Nope, but we did get the 1. And again, I am a huge fan of this medal. Circle of Darkness. Look at that multiplier. Absolutely insane. Really, the only downside to this is its gauge cost. Like, this is a solid recommendation for a pet slot. So, super happy with this. Let's go ahead and do our traits. So, I've noticed after some of my old videos, like, these videos take a long time. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all don't like hearing me talk for that long. So, let's go ahead. Let's skip to the Dark Riku. And let's get some traits rolling. So, we're looking for PvE traits. So, again, that means we are looking for ground, aerial, extra attack, and 2 strength traits. Again, if you get ground, aerial, and extra attack, you don't chase for the strength trait. It's just not worth it. Plus 1,000 strength was never the game-breaking rule. Except it's always good to get it. we don't get to control the traits. We just got to accept them as they come. But really, we're looking for ground, aerial, and extra attack. Whenever you pull for these, again, general rule of thumb, you want to pull for 1 medal and make it super broken rather than just pulling for the medal and not having good traits. Traits are what makes the medal good. And defense plus 2,000 is most definitely not a good trait. I always wondered if someone's like just rocking out there with like with a medal that has like defense plus 10,000. Just for I don't know why. I don't know what would entice them to do that, but I've always wondered, like, does that make them super broken? No raids. Because like a medal's defense, it very rarely gets past like 17,000. So I'm always thinking, I'm like, what is it like when you've got twice the defense on a medal? Like, is it just broken? Is PvE so much better for you because your defense stat is high? I'm not really sure. All right, we're looking for 4 different traits. We can get them. That's not one of them. That is not even remotely one of them. I wish I had the sound clip for when Dark Riku is with Vexen in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and he's like, no. If I had that, I would play that every single time we got a bad trait. Oof. It's like the one trait we said don't chase for, we got enough of. All right, no worries. Let's go to the shop and let's pick up some more traits. Let's speed roll through some of these. Maybe our problem is that we're waiting. Our problem is that we said we'd be quick, and we were not in any sense of the word quick at all. All right, here we go. So let's do some speed rolling. All right. Extra attack. Boom. Let's go. Ground. All right. Speed rolling is the way to go. So let's make this an extra attack sandwich where extra attack goes in the middle. If we get it, please. I hope these next 10 traits we get it. We don't want to waste any more jewels than we already have. Ooh, gauges. You know what? I'll take gauges over raids. But again, we're looking for extra attack and aerial. We've got 8 traits until we have to spend 1,000 more. Again, general rule of thumb, you're looking at spending an extra 2,000 on just traits alone. So you got 5 just from the pulls, and now we got 10 here. So hopefully this 10 is enough. We're only looking for 2 more traits, but extra attack and the minus defenses are worth chasing. Just because they completely change the way that the medal works. It makes it go from like A+ to S tier. All right, let's see what we got here. Boom. Strength. No. Yes, but no. All right, let's replace the sleep resist because that doesn't help us at all. 5 more traits. We somehow see this always bothers me where you can roll the same trait multiple times but not get one trait once. Boom. No, this is our second poison resist. It's because we slow rolled it. All right. Speed roll time. Speed roll is where things go well. Nope, that's not it. How many we got left? We got 3 trades left. I personally like to save my VIP coins because sometimes you never know what comes up in these avatar boards. No! You never know if like something that you just need traits for is going to pop up. So I usually like to save those VIP coins. But that's just me. That's just like how I like to play. I guess if ground stacked, we'd have ground enemy defense minus 180%. All right, on the last one, we get... Yeah, let's go, yo! Okay. You know what? I am willing to chase Ariel. I am willing to chase it. You don't chase for the strength traits, but you definitely chase for those first 3 because they're just so vital to how the metal works. No, wait. We don't want to pull. I was about to pull again. I was like, wait, stop yourself. All right, here we go. So we've got 10 chances to get Ariel, and quite frankly, the speed rolling has been working for us. So let's see what we got. First trait, and we, boom, defense. No. Okay, not good. Not good. Hopefully we can save a few traits just in case we get, like, on the very rare circumstance where we get... All right, y'all, we got it. So we've got 8 traits left in case we roll into a second Dark Riku somewhere down the line. But yeah, here is our Dark Riku. Again, the game has been throwing us skills to be able to decrease the cost. So let's just take a look at what I've got. And these are all in store for me. Like, whoop, that's not what we want to see. You know what? We've already talked about it. Let's not delve into it anymore. Again, this is the final result for the Supernova Plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Riku. I hope you all didn't use up all your jewels on the Final Fantasy VII Remake banner and saved at least a few for this one. I hope that you at least have access to it from a friend medal or something, because as a reverse speed medal, this thing is pretty busted. There's literally so much that this medal offers at the cost of a 6 gauge cost, which is super easy to overwrite. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. If you'd like to join my Discord, the link is right down that way in the yellow box. Feel free to join. Again, I'm trying my best to hop in there and start talking more, but that is a slow and steady process there. So that's the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.